and welcome back to Contemporary Black Voices, where we have a pretty heavy discussion about U.S. ultimatum to Israel and uh, its effect on Black America. So I listen to several different YouTubers, and one of the themes I'm hearing from a few of them is that these issues are not our concern. But I beg to differ. It is it should be our concern. So, uh, Chris, we're gonna let you start this debate off first, because I don't know if I should just hit you upside the head, but go on and throw your argument out there.
Well, I kind of agree with those guys that it is not the concern of African Americans.
Uh,
Huh?
the point I'm trying to say is they're saying it should not be our concern.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It is not the concern of African Americans.
Okay.
And here's the reason why. When you talk about everything that African Americans have done, we have helped almost every type of community. By nature, we are the type of people who look out for other people. And I think that's just innate. I don't know, with Caleb looking at Africa and where we've come from, that might be something that he can address. But when we have looked at trying to get something for ourselves in this country, we very seldom have done that. And we always have got something for somebody else. Okay, it's the women, it's the Hispanics, it's everybody else but us. So now it becomes a time, in my opinion, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't have maybe total concern or have apathy towards what's going on to the people in Gaza. However, we have to look at our situation realistically. I mean, there's not much we can do. But what we can do is come together as a people to try to do something for ourselves. And that's the only reason why I say it's not our concern at this particular point in time, because you see what Kamala Harris is doing. Barack Obama, when he became president, he says, okay, you elected me, but you never asked me for anything. So we've got to get to the point of where we can ask our government for what it is that we want as Black people and make them address that. I don't want to get sidetracked on Israel and Gaza and what they should do. It's time for us to focus on ourselves.
Okay. So, Caleb, you heard Chris's argument. What say you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so no,
Better not say anything against
when
me.
they say that I'm just to make clear. So when they say that this is not our concern, when those people on social media, I'm not sure. Are they saying that like international affairs or Gaza or Ukraine, or that's what they're kind of okay? So no, I mean, and I understand Chris's point. So power. We do need to uh, exercise our power, exercise our vote, because power concedes nothing without demand, right? So we do need to uh, make sure our government is responsive to our concerns and our needs. So I'm with my brother Chris 100% on that. But at the same time, it's just when you have these uh, Tariq Nasheeds and these different people who are saying that Gaza doesn't concern us or Ukraine doesn't concern us. But I mean, I'm like, does he have another plant in his pocket? Because Black people are not immune to a nuclear exchange. You know what I mean? We have melanin, but it's not the equivalent of SPS 2 million. So, and we're not immune to radiation. So it's just that I don't understand that part of it. You know what I mean? Because this thing could get out of hand. Russia is still the largest. Uh, uh, they maintain the largest stockpile of nuclear weapons. Okay, and we are in this delicate balancing act where we want Russia to lose, but we don't want them to lose too bad, because there wasn't, and that's why we're kind of tempering how much aid we give to Ukraine, because we want Ukraine to be able to defend itself. We want Ukraine to survive, but we don't want Putin to advance to the next step, because Putin came very, very, very close. As we're finding out in the media lately, with interviews from the books from Milley and Kelly and everyone, that they were going to use tactical nuclear weapons. which is a game changer when you cross that threshold. And it does, it would quite likely have triggered a response from NATO. And so those things, when you're dealing with those kind of situations, that should be concerning to everyone because we only have one planet. We're part of this planet. And so, yes, no, it's very concerning when we definitely need to get involved. Black folks need to get involved in foreign affairs. We need to get involved in foreign policy. We need to have a voice at the table. And it's Black voices in the international relations sphere that push the administration to pass the African Growth and Opportunity Act. It's Black voices that operate in the international relations sphere that put pressure on the administration to support the deployment of troops, of Kenyan troops and Caribbean troops to Haiti. And so it's those Black voices that are putting pressure and influencing U.S. foreign policy that has a real impact on Black folks around the world. And so we see the deployment of Kenyan troops. We see Haiti is slowly stabilizing. We see the return of civilian government. And so that's a result of Black folks getting involved. And so, no, we definitely should get involved and be concerned about international affairs and foreign policy. We should be concerned about what's going on in Israel. You know, the idea of genocide. When you make genocide acceptable for one people, it becomes acceptable for all people.
I agree, but let me give you a little bit of pushback.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you know, the pushback that I'm giving you is that I don't disagree with what you're saying, but we got to take care of ourselves first. We cannot have any kind of political power without us uniting and saying this is what we want. Then we can go and talk about Israel and Gaza and the different things like that, because now we have a concern and we got a big block of people that are supporting that. But the way we stand right now as a people, and we're just saying willy-nilly, individually, you know, we don't like what's going on there, it doesn't carry a grain of salt with anybody.
Well, no, it's not. It's being able to exercise our voice, right? But what I'm saying is we need to be concerned and engage and have a say so of what is going on in the world. Because again, if you're an African American person and you don't like U.S. policy in the Middle East, then you have to be involved and engaged and say, look, you're giving Israel billions of dollars a year, but the schools, the water, we need to repair the water in Flint. We need to repair the schools in Detroit. So I mean, you have to be in the room and you have to be engaged in those kind of foreign policy discussions.
And
And
I
so
agree with everything that you're saying, Caleb.
It does concern us.
Except for we have not been able to do anything about any one of those things that you've talked about. We've done it individually. We've done it in small groups, like maybe a Sharpton or as an example, I'll just say like a Jesse Jackson. But we, as a concentrated group of African Americans in America, we have never been able to make change happen after Martin Luther King in the 60s.
Right.
We
I
have
mean,
not been able to.
and then at the same time, if you viewing it from that perspective, saying that because it hasn't been done before, we can't do it now. I mean, just if Dr. King had that perspective, we would have never had the civil rights movement because it's something that had never been done before. Something like Brown versus Board of Education had never been done before. And so we can't restrict ourselves to what has only been done before. Sometimes we have to create that blueprint. But again, it's something like being a voice for Africa and pushing forward the African Growth and Opportunity Act. That had never been done before. But it was our voices that got that done. Us coming to the table and demanding the administration do something about Haiti and being very vocal about Haiti and keeping Haiti at the forefront, the Haitian crisis at the forefront. It forced the administration to commit resources, airlift resources, financial resources, and everything else to support that deployment. So we do have a really, we do have a voice, but we have to engage. We can't disengage and say, that doesn't concern us, because if we took that standpoint, then Haiti would still be in the situation it has been.
And so, just to be clear, Caleb, I'm not saying that we disengage. I'm saying that we redirect our efforts.
Right. But and again, I know, I do understand it. I do understand that. but at the same time, man, we have one planet. So, and we need to be telling these folks don't blow it up because we live here too. As a matter of fact, uh, what it's one of the things I keep beating the drum about. Not only do we live here, but within the next 75 years, we're going to own it because the world will be 50% black folks.
Go ahead,
So
Caleb. I like
this
it.
is,
So what we're
yeah,
going to
this
do
is.
is we're going to go ahead and end this discussion. And we did have one more topic that we were going to share on this particular link about what's going on in Georgia. But I challenge you to join us at 1 o'clock p.m. for Hot Topics, and we will add that topic onto our Hot Topic segment. So, as we say here with contemporary Black voices, we are telling our story our way.